Hello you guys and welcome back to another Minecraft video. It has been a while to say the least. It's been about maybe 2 weeks since I've actually been on here and played it all. Um, life gets in the way and everything, and I've been busy. I've been doing stuff at work. I've been doing stuff around the house, and I literally have had no time to do anything. So yeah, definitely I'm going to start trying to get back into the groove of things with the Minecraft world. And I've also come up with some new ideas on my absence. I wrote some down. Um, One of the main ones that I would like to do is actually kind of nerdy and geeky. I'm a big Disney fan, and as you know, Frozen just came out not too long ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find a extreme hills biome next to the ocean, and we're going to build Arendelle. Hopefully, if I can find that. If I can't find it, then yeah. But I really want to find it. I want to do. I want to do that. So, um, but yeah. Let's see. What do we want to do today? I was already working on finishing up the um, train station. That's what I was doing right before I started recording. So that's what we're going to finish doing. And there's no lag. I just did a server backup, restarted the server, restarted my internet. So there's very little lag today, which I am really happy about. Okay. And I'm thinking about what I want to do with this. What I want to do with this is actually um, take the floor, put it as regular stone, just like in here. Do a really cool pattern because this is going to be a floor. People will be walking on this floor. And then instead of having all this made of glass, having maybe only, I don't know. I don't know. I think I actually might bring this up one level instead of having it like all up here, taking it and making a step up because I think it is supposed to be on a step up. Kind of like that. So when people walk in, it'll actually be on this block. Very interesting. We're gonna try it. I need to get some more stone though. So what's everybody been up to? I know my life has been really busy recently. I've been working on a few things for work. Let's see. If you don't know this, I'm actually a photographer. I got my degree in it, and I work at a zip line that I do photography at. In the past 2 weeks, I've been working on a time lapse, an HDR time lapse, and it's like there's not just one. Let's just say that there's not one. There's more like 8 time lapses, two or three of which are actually HDR time lapses, and each individual set. I went into work one day and started working on the time lapse for the teepees going up because we have teepees along with ziplining, camping. So it kind of turned into an all day for 2 day thing, and I ended up taking how many images total? It's probably like 20,000 images on 2 cameras. Like between 2 cameras, I took 20,000 images, and that was for the time lapses. Each time lapse had about 1,000 images on it. And then the HDR time lapses had about 4,000 images per time lapse. Just because HDR has to take 3 different images. So it has to take a regular, an above, overexposed, and then an underexposed. So yeah, I ended up with 4,000 images for those 2 time lapses, and then the rest of them were about 1,000, 1,100, 1,500. And then I had GoPros, and those were a lot of images too. Yeah, editing all this together actually has costed me a terabyte of space on my hard drive, or my external hard drive. I'm having to work off my external hard drive because my computer that I'm running right now actually only has a terabyte on it. And it's already being used by a lot of things. And my external hard drive is 3 terabytes. So hopefully when I get all this done, I can delete most of the extra fluff and tough that I really don't need on here, on that external hard drive. Just because that one's not supposed to even be used for that kind of thing, but it's being used for that. So, okay. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. There's a 1 in the middle. Like the door would be here. Or do I want to make the door inset by 1? I think I'd like it a little bit inset. Let me just go and look and see. I'll switch this up actually. Oh, that's another thing that I was going to say. If you hear me slip in my accent just a little, it's because I've been doing a British accent way too much recently. And by way too much, I mean every day. I kinda got into doing a British accent this past weekend. I think it was Saturday. We had a group of people come in, and they were on one of the, like, it was a whole bunch of, it wasn't a whole bunch of kids, it was a few kids on there, and they were doing a British accent. They was not British. So it was funny, and I was like, oh, I want to join. So I started doing the British accent, and I did it so well that I actually kind of kept doing it for the rest of the day, and then the next day, and then I started talking in it at home, and I kind of couldn't stop it. So yeah, I kind of got my British accent stuck, and I couldn't do a regular accent for a little bit. And it was hard because every time I would want to say certain words, like words that have A's, they kind of came out O-ish sounding, and it was kind of difficult. Yeah. But yeah, if you hear my accent slip, that's the reason why. Okay. So this is going to look really cool. I think what I'm going to do is actually in that middle part right there, I'm going to make it full of glass and then have the door right there. So it's going to be an opening. Right here. Or I can do it like this, and then the edges over here be glass. Or I can just leave it like that and have 3 doors. I actually kind of like that. 3 doors. Yes, that's what we're going to do. But we're actually going to go back and sleep because guess what? The nighttime approaches. Oh, and right here, you see how there's pillars marking out things? I don't know if, I don't know what I showed in the last few videos, but because it's been so long, but Josh and Christina are actually going to do a supermarket right there with food and vegetables, and they're going to sell it. So it's going to be interesting. And I have no food on my inventory. Nope, that's not a food, that's a brick. Okay, let's go upstairs. It's almost time for sleep. Let's see. Let's see. Is there anything else? Is there anything else that's went on in my life? Let's see. Oh, we had a staff meeting the other day. I got Employee of the Month. Woot woot. I also got a new title at work. So I'm a photographer and IT coordinator. So I'm going to be hopefully doing a few more things around there, and I also am getting commission off prints now. So I'm excited about that. So I need glass. That's what I was going up there for. Dang it. See what happens when I get talking? I forget things. Do I have any glass in here? We'll wait until we... No. Okay. See any glass in here? Any glass in here? Any glass in here? No, but I have a ton of stone that I could have used. Let's make some glass. I'm gonna have to have tons of it anyway, so I might as well just get on the ball. Making some. Boom. Okay. Now, let's see. Okay, I wanted to make a door for the entrance. Do I have my shovel on me? Yeah, but she's not doing very well. That shovel, it's a beauty, and it does a lot of stuff. Thank God for that breaking 3 on it, but I have to repair her a lot. Well, this will be my second time repairing her. Why do I name my tools her? Okay. So what we going to do now? Just kidding. That was me actually doing it that time. I gotta be careful because there's like a. Oh wait, that's right. I was gonna put this above, not below. It's actually gonna be on the dirt. There's actually a lava lake somewhere right here. You can kind of hear it. Okay. So people gonna walk in, like, oh, look at this wonderful terminal with all these vendor things. I think I'm gonna make it go down the side right here. Maybe. That's another reason I don't want to make this out of glass on the sides, is because we're gonna have restaurant type deals right here. And you're just gonna see the back end where there's really nothing at. So I'm gonna make it not glass. Yeah, look at all that smooth stone. Did I actually do the sides? I did that one. Ooh. Oh, crap. Crap, 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 crap. I should do a video one time. I should do a video where I do nothing but a British accent. People probably call me out and be like, actually, that's not really good. But I don't care. I fooled people at work. That's all that matters. Because the tour that I did, the British accent to with the kids, they did it pretty good. And then I practiced a little bit more. And then a few tours later, I actually convinced people that I was British. Actually, I convinced them that I was from Australia. It was funny. They were like, "Where are you from? Where's your accent? Where do you get your accent from?" And I was like, "Well, I'm from England, but I ended up moving here. I ended up moving to Australia, and then I moved to North Georgia. So I've been all over the place." It was like, "Oh, so you're a mutt?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got that." Because when I do my British accent, sometimes I kind of lose some of the London accent, and I kind of bring in like a different Australian type accent. And I don't mean to. I think it's my country trying to peek through, and it just sounds Australian, but it's funny. So there was like, "You're a mutt," and I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so. You caught me. I'm from different countries, and I kind of got both accents on me. Ha ha ha." And it's really funny because they have no clue, and everybody else behind me is dying laughing because they know it's a lie. And then they're like, "I can't believe you just pulled that off." Enough about me, about you now. Let's see. Has anybody done anything special? Anybody had spring break? Anything? Like, we had Jessica and Jessica and Christina had spring break. Last week? Yeah, last week I think. That's when everything was going weird and I had to go to work a lot. And didn't do the time lapse too. They had spring break, and then that weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, like their very first few days of spring break, I think is what it was. We went camping, So we went survival in real life, which was kind of cool. We did a primitive campsite where we didn't have any food. A lot of people don't know what primitive campsite means, so I'm going to explain. You have no water, you have no electricity. All you have is a tent, or all you do is you bring your tent and you put it up in the woods and you camp. That's all you do. You do get a fire pit though, so it's not 100% primitive, but we went to a state park that's right up the road from us. It's like 2 miles away, but 30 minutes away, if that makes sense. It's a big loop, and it's right across the lake, and it's kind of stupid. I don't know why would you put the park so far away from everything, but so close at the same time. So maybe they'll put a bridge there, but I'm hoping. But it was really fun. We got to survive IRL. Ooh, sorry. Okay, let's see. I need to go get some more of that smooth stone that I've been making. The extra that's in that chest, that's going to help me out a lot. Yeah. Come out. Oh. Do I really get it? Okay. I didn't know I get that from making stone, but okay. And I got glass now, looks like. It's almost done. Let's go ahead and get some of that extra smooth stone. Ooh, excuse me. Pardon me. Alright, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I think maybe the next episode, I think I'll go looking for future Arendelle's location, because that's going to be an adventure. I also need to do more with that. The directory's done, I just need to get the linking books. I need to put that over there with the linking books, within the directory where the linking books will be, because it's going to require me to do a lot of stuff. Okay. Go in. Can't believe this took up like 4 things of 64. Just the floor. This is why it takes me so long, is I have to go back and get materials all the time. And I did not want to. This train station. It's when you do a project, when you build something, you do it for so long, you get tired of doing it, because it's the same layout, and it takes so long to do, and I get bored with it. So that's why I haven't done it in a while. That's why I wanted to build other things, and the other things were smaller, so I actually could finish them and not get bored with them. But I have a feeling any other skyscrapers is going to take me a long time to do. I don't know if I said this in another video or not, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a falling game on here. If you look it up on YouTube, it's where people go. We did one. It was called The Library, but you go into this really cool, like 3 really big world where everything's extremely big, and it's a library, like I said, the library. And what you do is you go up to you walk up, because this is in vanilla, so you don't have any kind of teleporting or anything like that, like books. But you walk up these steps. It goes all the way up to the very top of this high thing. You push a button. You sleep in a bed, actually, right there on top. Sleep in a bed. Well, you don't really get anything. But you sleep in a bed. Once you've set your spawn right there, You go up to the edge, you have a lever, there's 4 little spots that you stand on, or there's 4 spots, so you can do more than one person at a time. But everybody stands on one of those little spots, and then I need to eat. And then what happens is you flip a lever, the floor opens up, and the whole distance that you walked up, you fall down. And then there's things that's inside that you have to avoid. So there was one that was, there were several different ones on this map that we did on the library, but a few of them were like I think one of them was the solar system, where you had to avoid falling and hitting the planets. One of them was a tree one, where there was a big old tree with lots of branches and you had to avoid hitting them. There was other ones that was kind of, I think it was like Super Mario, where you had you flew down, but you had to avoid everything as you went down. It looks just like Super Mario. Then there was another one that was, it looked like it was sideways, like you were falling down like this, but it actually looked like you were looking like this. So everything was sideways. So when you hit the bottom, you looked up and everything was on the side of the wall. It looked just like this. It was really neat. These people who did that, they did a really good job with that. So, okay, so we want to do, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the front ones out of glass. And I might even do the glass over there. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the front ones up to the top out of glass, and then the rest are going to be out of stone. Crap, did I put that? Yeah, I sure did. Yeah, wrong spot. There we go. Oh, I have something else to tell you too. Do you know how big of a nerd I am? I'm a really big nerd, okay? Me and my friends from work, we go to trivia night every Wednesday, and then I go sometimes on Monday, because they go Monday too. But every Wednesday night, I go to trivia. The other night, I went, and it was kind of funny, because I'm supposed to be really good at locations. I'm really good at maps, okay? Let's just say that. I'm good at maps. Well, there was a question that I did not know 100% on. It was like, which one of these 4 countries does not border Russia? So it was like Belarus, I think it's Latvia, Latvia, Finland, and Bulgaria. I think that one was Bulgaria. No, it was a Middle Eastern country. It starts with a B. I have a map right here. I'm gonna check right quick. Uzbekistan. That's what it was. So, yeah, it was Uzbekistan, and I could not think. I thought it might. I knew Finland bordered it, but I wasn't sure about Belarus. So we ended up getting the question wrong, just because we guessed the wrong one. So after that, I kind of got obsessed with wanting to know where everything was. So I ended up going and downloading an app on my iPad where I could learn where every single country in the world is located. So I am a big old freaking nerd, and I learned where every country is located in the world. So 203, I think that's what it is, 203 countries. I know where their location is. If you give me the name, I'll point it out onto you on a map. So now, do I want to do one more out of glass, or do I want to do... Let's just go ahead and start doing this. What's the other patterns? I might do another pattern. I might put like a little... I'm debating. I'm thinking about putting some kind of weird pattern in this, kind of like getting basalt, putting in the corners, or doing like a V, or doing a checkered pattern in here. I'll look at it later when I get basalt and or something else and see if it looks good. Let's see. Ah, really? Well, I can help myself out here. Do this. I really need to... Another thing is, I need to find another software, I think. Or at least I need to figure out another way to work it. Fraps is what I use to record my videos, but they take up a lot of room. I don't think the coding... Crap. I don't think the codec that it uses, or the encryption that it uses to actually record off the screen, I don't think it's that great. Just because when I get done with like a 30-minute video, I ended up with like 30-40 gigs actually taken up per video, and they're really huge files. And then I have to go and I have to edit it so that they're not as big. Oh, I could have done that. I had to edit. No, I had to edit it so it's not as big. Like, I had to take a 40-minute video and it goes down to 2 gigs at the very end, or something less than that. But it's really ridiculous to record a video. It's 40 gigs. You can only do like 2 or 3 before you have to end up deleting them because you'll start running out of room. So I need another thing to do. I need something else to edit and record videos on here that's free. I wanted to use free software instead of having to buy software all the time. So if anybody has a good idea or some software that's free that I can use, that'd be great. I don't want to get let down again. So, but I think that's it for this video. Just because, like I said, 30-minute videos, 40 gigs, not a lot of room. But we got a lot done here. I explained a whole bunch of things, and I apologize for not being on here in 2 weeks. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next episode. I'll probably do some more, I say this all the time, more train station stuff, woo woo, and then maybe go on an Arendelle adventure looking for some hill biomes and stuff like that. Alright, so I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out. Adios.